Hello everybody, my name is Thor Young, I'm a moderator of Bear Bull Traders, and I'm going to be doing a recap for you today. Today's actually just going to be a regular recap. I haven't really been doing too many recaps lately, I've been kind of focusing on specific elements, and I thought today would just be nice to do a trading recap. Today happens to be one of my most profitable trading days I've had. I actually landed my single best trade today. Which I was very, very excited about. I only traded 2 tickers today. Kind of started out a little bummed at the beginning of the day because I thought I had missed a really big move on MRNA and then ended up getting a really sweet move on PLTR, and I want to talk a little bit about how I took that one specifically. Before I get started, if you have a moment, please, like the video and take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We certainly appreciate that. We like bringing content for everybody as often as possible. A little incentive for us to bring something to you. Also, if you have any questions or any topics that you specifically would like me to cover, feel free to leave that down in the comments for me. I'm looking for some fresh topics to cover, and I would certainly be interested in going through some more specific stuff for everybody. So, on to the trades. So, first trade of the day was on MRNA, and like I said, I was bummed. I caught it right here at the break of the opening price. You can see MRNA had news today. It was on Catalyst with earnings. So I was keeping an eye on it, looking for a breakup today on the Catalyst, and ended up getting a really nice opening range breakup on it. So let it sell off the first candle. We had plenty of shares came up, made a new high, pulled back to VWAP and all these daily levels, held opening price, and broke. So I went ahead and went long in there. Gave me a really nice stop loss, which was just the loss of the previous day's level here. And then we were off to the races and popped. I got a couple real good partials and then a stop out. Stop out's really, really frustrating, but they do happen. I have a policy with the way I trade, which is once I have my 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 and I start taking partials, I go to break even and I don't give any of that profit back. There are many traders who don't do that, who will continue to hold the position for a stop area and then they'll add in. Sometimes I wish I was more that guy, but unfortunately I'm not. I stopped out at break even here, so therefore I didn't get the move up. And the only issue here really is just my stop. I mean, fundamentally, there's no reason to get out of this trade yet. It just hit my stop. But once this candle made up and made a new high, there was a little bit too much distance there for me to really feel comfortable getting back in. I thought I'd wait for a little bit, and I moved on and started looking for a different stock. And that's when I found my good buddy PLTR. So a couple weeks ago, I talked about using the opening price and how easy of an indicator that is to use. You could see on MRNA that I factored in the opening price. And you can see on PLTR, I used a slightly different indicator, which is previous day's close, or what I call PDC. Right, previous day's close, similar to an opening price, is a very, very easy indicator to utilize because your program can draw it for you, but it's an incredibly significant indicator as the overall scheme goes. As you try and break through the previous day's close, you're going to be attempting to move into the value of an entirely different day. The claim or rejection of that move can be epic and provide some of the best moves out there as far as a topside rejection, or basically the loss of what we like to call expansion, right? We had a stock that tried to move. It tried to go into a higher range to find higher value. Nobody was interested in that. It got pushed right back down, stuffed, and then sent the other direction. So you can see here on PLTR, broke the opening price quite nicely, went up here, hit PDC, and was immediately rejected. Came back up to PDC, once again, immediately rejected. This time we came up to PDC, a third time, immediately rejected. We pulled back up here, started to make a low, I went short. We had just a little bit of a retracement, pullback, couldn't even get up to PDC this time, which really made me feel really confident. I almost added into this short actually, but I took a pretty good sized position, so I figured I wouldn't do that. Just, PLTR can get a little wild. And it dropped here, got a beautiful 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, and then we dropped this thing all the way to S4. And there was a large bid sitting at 25 and at 24. I figured those were the bids I was going to use for my downward move. And you can see here, I went down to about a quarter of my position right here at $25. And then I set the other one for a full dollar run down at 24. Really big move on that, which really set my day up nicely. We did end up dropping a little bit more, but I was really happy with that. It, again, made this one of my most profitable trades of all time. And I knew in that area is probably, where we were going to start to encounter some support. And I really liked that target with the big bids just below me. So I went ahead and took that. So not too much today. Only traded 2 tickers, 100% hit rate, which I'm always excited about. And you can see here, nice long big short on PLTR to finish out the day. So I hope everybody enjoys the trade. Again, any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as always, keep it green.